Hi, I'm Amanda with Love & Soap Studio. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a rainbow drop swirl using cold processed soap. This is an intermediate tutorial, so be sure that you have the basics of soap making down. If you need a refresher, check out the My First Cold Processed Soap video in the Learning Library. For this project, you will need your base oils, your lye solution, a mold, various spoons and spatulas. I'm using 6 different micas to color this the rainbow color. I have purple mica, red mica, orange mica, green mica, blue mica, yellow mica. And of course we have our safety gear, our gloves and our goggles. For this recipe, we're using a slow moving soap recipe that's high in olive oil. In it we have coconut oil, shea butter, olive oil, avocado, and rice bran. When you're doing an intricate swirling design, you want to make sure that you're using a slow-moving fragrance or essential oil. So make sure that the supplier recommends their fragrance oil or essential oil for cold processed soap and that it is slow-moving and doesn't trace quickly. I'm using lavender essential oil in this batch of soap. So let's get started. Be sure to gear up in your gloves and your goggles. Okay, you're going to pour your lye solution into your oils and mix it to a very light trace. For this soap design, you want to mix your soap just to a very light trace. So if you get to medium trace or thick trace, you're not going to have enough time to mix your colorants in. So this is perfect. It's nice and emulsified, all one color, and there's no oil floating on top. For this design, we're going to divide our soap into 6 cups and leave some base in the bowl. And so I like to use just disposable cups when we're coloring this many colors. So we're simply going to pour some of the base in each cup. And we don't want to fill it very full or you won't have room to mix. And so what we'll do is pour a little of the base, we'll add color, we'll mix, and then we'll add a little more base. And I like to add about a 1/4 teaspoon of mica to each cup. You can add more or less if you want saturated or less saturated colors. Once you get the color added to the cups, simply mix them up. And again, go from light to dark. So I start with the yellow, then go to orange and then pink, and then I'll use a different spoon and go green, blue, purple. So because this recipe is high in olive oil, you can see that your soap is still really nice and loose and you'll have time to color and do the soap design. Okay, now that you have your colors mixed up, I like to add a little more. And then just mix those. For this soap design, you simply pour your base into the mold, and we're going to drop our colors into it. And I'm going to show you how I do that, but that's why it's called a drop swirl design. You're simply dropping colors into it. Okay, so you can start with any color you like, and when you pour your soap into it, you're only going to pour about 1/3 of it, and I like to pour mine in 3 lines. Do that for each color and just keep rotating your colors until you fill your mold to the top. And when you get down to the little last bit, you can just create lines on top that you can swirl. So when you get to the top, you can simply take a spoon or a skewer, and just with it sticking on the very top of the soap, you can swirl. So don't stick it all the way down into it or you'll mess up your design on the inside. So let your soap sit in the mold for 24 hours to saponify, and after 24 hours, you can unmold it from the mold. And after you unmold it, it's time to cut it. So as you can see, this creates a really bright and happy soap design. And it's called the drop swirl because you have all the little different drops of soap color in your soap. Now we use 6 colors in our soap design. Don't be afraid to experiment with more colors or less colors to get the design you're looking for. So you'll need to let your soap cure for 4 to 6 weeks to allow it to dry. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to watch my other video in the Learning Library and check out my website for more soap making recipes and blog posts at loveandsoap.com.